Hey everyone, it's Owen here from OTech, and today I'll be unboxing the Asus GTX 960 Turbo, which is a blower style graphics card meant for SLI setups since it has dual-sided intake on the blower fan itself. And this is more like just a showcase of this graphics card since this is already used and it's already unboxed. It's not really something new either. It's a 960 900 series, not the new 10 series. So yeah, there's really not much point in getting this graphics card anyway these days, since you're probably get better value getting a 1060 or a 1050 Ti, which is a little bit slower than this, but the 1050 Ti is also should be cheaper than this normal retail price. So unless you can find this at a really cheap price, you shouldn't get a 960 since it's also kind of an underpowered chip since the beginning. But anyways, let's take a look. So here's the back of the box. There's a bunch of information about the features of this card. It's a blower design, like I said, so it exhausts all the hot air straight out the back. And it has the Asus Strix 960 PCB. So it has all the usual Asus PCB features, super alloy power, which is high durability kind of thing, which every manufacturer basically touts over their devices and products these days. But yeah. So the box inside is actually pretty cool. It has this black box instead of the typical brown box, which makes it feel pretty, pretty solid and pretty premium over the rest. But yeah, under that there's a piece of foam and the graphics card itself in an anti-static wrap. Now the accessories are under this, and there are only a driver disc, which you should throw away, speed setup guide, quick install basically, and also some disclaimer papers. Anyway, so let's take a look at the card itself. It's inside this anti-static wrap, and it's a kind of weird one since it opens this way. Now you can see there's something not standard on this card, which is that it has these VRAM heat sinks, which I put on when I was using it. It didn't really do anything. It just, I don't know, I think it looks kind of cool. And I guess if it does any kind of cooling, then that's a bonus. Anyways, they put a sticker over here, which is kind of annoying since now you cannot take it apart. Though you can take the fan assembly and the whole like shroud apart easily and clean the insides, but you can't change the thermal paste and stuff since it's under the heatsink, which has the warranty sticker. But yeah, anyways, let's take a look at the card itself. This one is a pretty unique card since it's white and red, and it's a blower fan, which is kind of weird for a non-reference card, which usually has some sort of a dual fan cooler for most cards. But this one is a blower style since it's meant to be for SLI setups. And in the back it has the Titan X kind of style of triangular exhaust holes, ventilation holes, and has a DVI port obviously over here, and 3 display port and 1 HDMI. It also has some holes here, so the exhausted air will come out of the SLI slot, some of it, but most of it's just gonna come out the back. So this card is good for cramped cases like ITX cases as well, since it doesn't exhaust heat too much inside the case. So you wouldn't need a good airflow case to have this performing good enough. Although this won't be much cooler than a dual fan cooler obviously, since it has a much smaller heatsink. Inside I've opened it before and it's basically just this size, and a VRM cooler over here that's actually pretty tall. But I'm guessing it's just because it's taking all the hot air from the GPU heatsink, so they had to make it pretty huge to keep the VRM cool. Now, yeah, this card is pretty simple. You don't have too much to look at, but I guess that's the design language, is minimalistic. It's just plain white with an Asus logo and some red stripes. I would have wished they had a backplate over here, something white or silver like the Galaxy Half Edition cards, especially to cover up these screw holes, which in my opinion looks kind of ugly. But yeah, overall it's actually a pretty good looking card, and especially if you mount it vertically, then you can see the card itself. It looks pretty cool, and that's basically one of the main reasons I got this, since it's for my bro's build, and his build is basically white and red, so this card is perfect. And we use this, but now it's getting dated, and so he upgraded to a 470 RX 470. But yeah, I mean, a 960 is still a pretty good buy if you can find one pretty cheap, and if it's a 4GB one. Well, this one is just a 2GB card, as you can see from here with the missing RAM chips. So 2GB is basically cutting it really close these days, and a lot of newer games doesn't perform too well on 2GB of VRAM. So if you were gonna buy a 960, I'd highly suggest getting a 4GB one. So yeah, that's about it. It's just a quick showcase of this card. I think it's a pretty cool card, and I'm actually selling this if anyone's interested. It's just in Indonesia though, since shipping it outside of Indonesia is gonna be a pain and it's gonna cost a lot. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and please like and subscribe if you want to see more of my future videos. Thanks for watching.